How's it going, everyone? We have gotten what I would consider to be one of the best looks and insight into Crimson Desert thus far. I've talked a lot about this game, but one of my issues with just seeing some of the gameplay is I felt like there wasn't this cohesive structure in seeing how the game actually is translated and given an overview of all of the different mechanics of the game. And now they are doing a series of videos showcasing a variety of the features of the game. I think this is fantastic. Their first video is 15 minutes long, and if they're gonna do multiple videos like this, giving us insight into the game and all of the features broken down and seeing it in execution, I'm sold on that. And this is the best look of Crimson Desert that I have seen by far of the game, and gets me so much more excited for the game. I was already excited for Crimson Desert, don't get me wrong, but there was a little bit of skepticism there as well, in that I feel like the game looks really good and sometimes things are a little too good to be true. And with Crimson Desert, you know, the fact that it's coming out on March 19th is already a huge W. I am very pessimistic these days, and a lot of the times I'm thinking, this game looks too good to be true, it's never gonna come out. But man, now it feels like there's something tangible here. And I do want to note that if you're looking to buy this game on Steam and PC, our friends over at Green Man Gaming do have the game discounted. Just at the checkout screen, use the code JAN15 for January 15. You'll save 15% off. You'll get the game for $59.49 instead of $70. They do have the deluxe edition discounted as well. You can use the same promo code. You'll get the game a little bit cheaper. It'll redeem directly on Steam. You'll get a code. It'll redeem on Steam. And you won't pay tax either, so you're really saving a lot more on that. Link in the description box below. We do get an affiliate kickback on that. But like I said, this video showcases a lot of the different elements of the game, and opening it up, we do get a little bit of a background on Cliff and the Greymanes, and I think a lot of people are interested in that. What is the narrative focus of this game gonna be? Well, it seems like it's got a pretty standard start off. The Greymanes want to preserve peace. Disaster comes, and that's where Cliff comes in, and you're gonna figure out everything and the calamity that is going on, and I'm sure there will be a lot of twists and turns, but you see some of the dialogue play out as well. Gotta say, the voice acting sounds quite good, and I think people will be very excited about that. You do also have a showcase of the open world in this video, and Pywell, the open world, is going to be divided into 5 distinct regions, and there's going to be a lot to do. The locales are obviously going to have variety in terms of the set pieces and whatnot. You'll encounter a variety of different characters that you'll be able to engage with, and you've got wilderness, cities, ruins, and much more. You've got factions that are going to be warring with each other, a variety of enemies throughout the world, and an imbalance in the abyss threatening chaos. Cliff is a warrior of the Greymanes, known for trying to keep peace and unity, but obviously things are going awry in the world, and the Greymanes are big to the story as well, and a war does erupt at the heart of the story as well. Then you've got the abyss. That seems to be the looming threat in the game. Abyss fragments fall across Pywell, and restoring the abyss's balance becomes a key part of the journey as well. Now, they also did note that there's going to be 2 additional characters that are going to join later in the story, and they are going to have distinct skills, different weapons, and unique combat styles, and going to offer another layer to the gameplay and the options you're going to have available to you. Like I said, Pywell is going to have 5 different regions, and all of them are going to have varied stories and their discoveries as well, and you'll have a variety of side content. You can focus on the main quest line, but there's going to be a lot of optional tales, encounters, and challenges that you'll be able to do, and this is where I do have some worries. And you will be able to take on the side content at the order that you want. Obviously, when you go into a big open world game like this, my worry is how engaging is that optional content. You know, I've played my fair share of Assassin's Creeds in the days, and when I see an ambitious open world game like this, that's what I always go to. Some of the side content feels a lot of fluff. Does it just feel like outpost clearing, or is there some depth into that side content that will actually make it incredibly engaging for the player? I think they've put a lot of attention to detail in the open world, and that looks incredible. I just hope the content that's in said open world also makes it feel like a breathing and living world, and it doesn't feel like mundane outpost clearing that some games, cough cough, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, feel like, even though that game has a great great open world. You know, sometimes it just does feel like you're doing this mundane content, but it does feel like there's a level of depth here based on the videos that we're seeing. And there are gonna be faction quests as well. Some factions are friendly and are gonna offer missions for you to take on. Others are hostile and are gonna take over regions. And there's gonna be a variety of quests tied to that as well. Exploration is all about discovery, not just traveling. You're gonna find hidden treasures, points of interest, the typical stuff you see in an open world game. And also, this is a gigantic open world game. There's gonna be a lot of traversal that you're gonna do. You're gonna be climbing, gliding, and then on top of that, you're gonna be able to go on horseback. You're gonna have a dragon that you're gonna be able to ride. The exploration and how you travel throughout the world seems to be a big emphasis in the game, and that should be an exciting element as well. You're gonna have a significant amount of enemies, and there are gonna be some puzzles in there as well. I'm not, you know, too crazy about puzzles, but as long as they're well done, hopefully that adds another layer into the gameplay options of the title. The Abyss, as I mentioned, was a big part of the game and a core part of the narrative as well. Fragments are scattered across Pywell and are gonna be a part of progression as well. Artifacts will be of allowing you to upgrade skills, and also they're gonna be tied to fast travel points as well, and you're gonna be going into the Abyss itself. Looting and item systems as well, and throughout the game, you're going to be uncovering more and more about the world and some of the insight, and how you interact with the world will give you information about the characters, the world itself, and there is gonna be a lot of ongoings there. And that's just some of the oversight on some of the narrative elements and the open world. I really like that they put a lot of emphasis on that open world, because we get so many open world action RPGs these days that a lot of them blend together, and that's what my worry with Crimson Desert was. As far as visually goes, incredibly appealing. I want to know about what we can do in this open world, and based on this video and the fact they are going this in depth, it does feel like there's some depth here, and the content is gonna have a variety to it. You know, I'm not against outpost clearing. I think that's a mechanic and a fundamental design of open world games that makes sense, but endless outpost clearing is not cohesive and engaging to me to create a compelling open world experience where you're just going from point to point, outpost clearing. Hopefully the regions themselves have layers to them and also offer a bit of engaging content that are gonna differentiate one another. And that's just, again, the story in the world. They're gonna do future videos, and they're gonna cover content, and they're gonna cover other content in the game, progression, combat, and more insight into Pywell. So incredibly excited about that, and I think this is the perfect moment for them to get the excitement and the ball rolling for the game. Given that we're only around 6.5 weeks away from the release of the game, now's when you really want to start doing the promotional push. Look, the game is gorgeous. It's one of the best looking games that we've seen this generation, but it's gonna take more than that. The visuals will get people's foot in the door. The ambitious open world will get people's foot in the door, but there needs to be a layer underneath that, and I do find that these videos are gonna set the right tone. At least this first one definitely gets me much more excited for this game, and I was already pretty excited about it, but when you're confident to showcase your game like this and go over each aspect of it meticulously and do multiple videos highlighting specific elements of what we can expect out of this open world, I think that's the most exciting thing of them all. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, love the locales in this game as well, and it looks like a lot of variety. The traversal looks great. Like I said, the gliding looks absolutely awesome, and, you know, grapple hooking as well, gliding into a grapple hook, and then also the climbing and some of that looks great. Man, this is gonna be a title to absolutely keep an eye on, and the best part about it is there's not a lot of big games coming out around it. Like, March is a little bit on the quiet side, so I think this is gonna get a lot of attention. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, sound off there. Let me know if this gets you any more excited for Crimson Desert. I'm stoked for this game now, and link to Green Man Gaming in the description box below if you want the game a little bit cheaper. But sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.